This should be played at high volume.
This is the podcast of beats, and their whole team is complete. They feeding the streets, other people can't compete. Shit, you got Carlo, got Kenny, got Baba, got Uncle. You cannot forget Malik, and you got Ski. Yeah, the whole roster elite. They bringing the heat every
week. Welcome back. This is the same convo with your same host, Kenny, Carlil, and
craving a BLT.
And this is the podcast where we talk everything sports, anime, and media and entertainment. Oh, snap. Eli been going crazy in the YouTube chat this whole time, and
oh, shit. My fault. Fire me. I was supposed to manage that.
YouTube chat.
Is that an orange Red Bull? What flavor is that?
Okay.
Amber.
Anyway, sorry, Eli. We missed your chats for the sports segment. We got you next time, bro. I don't know how I just didn't look over this whole time.
Yeah, again, that's my bad. I'm supposed to be mad.
He been going crazy in the chat. My bad, E. That's on me, bro. We appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Dang, I feel bad now. But
I feel bad.
Actually, fuck Eli for his last comment.
I'm dead. That's how he used to pick on Kenny.
Ask why I got more dubs than him than he got on me and the JC. Ask about that. But anyway. Ooh. Anyway, what y'all watching right now? Like what anime y'all watching? If anything.
Apothecary Diaries.
I stopped watching it because it's out of dub where I stopped. So
I told Aqua, and because we are on season 2, but we only watch the episodes when they come out in dub, because I've told y'all this before. It's certain anime like I can watch sub, but it's certain anime I have to watch dubbed. I don't know what it is about Apothecary Diaries, but it's definitely that. It's one of those, bro. It's still good whether sub or dub, but me personally, I gotta watch it in dub.
Apothecary Diaries is fire.
Fire, most definitely. But I'm looking for something else to watch. Because, like I said, we only watch that when it comes out in dub, and I really haven't been watching anything consistently after I finished Bungo Stray Dogs.
I got a hot take. And as far as fighting anime, not even just showing just non-fighting anime, Apothecary Diaries is over Death Note. Anyway, go ahead, Bumble.
Oh.
I'm not mad at that. I think it can be a debate, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll, Motor City, E-Rock. Well, I'm my fault, E-Rock. It's on Crunchyroll. Go ahead and tap into Apothecary Diaries. It's fire.
Very different. But me personally, I just finished Devil May Cry, the anime adaptation.
See, I was gonna tap into that, but I was at my cousin's house in Chicago, and I seen him watching. I'm like, this looks like CGI. I don't know if
it does have like a little bit that animation and CGI layer that like new anime has been doing lately.
Yeah.
It does have that, but it's pretty good. It's really good, actually, I say. Netflix has been doing a good job of doing game anime adaptation. Like as far as Castlevania,
I watched Castlevania.
And freaking Devil May Cry. All three of those are fire.
Okay. Well, I'm glad Carlil mentioned the anime show, because I'm actually watching that now. Bungo Stray Dogs. Let's talk about it. I don't know if y'all said this on stream. I don't know if y'all said this I don't know if we were streaming. Yeah, we have to be streaming. We've been streaming for a while now. I don't know if we said this on one of our team calls, but I'm not gonna call y'all out your name. It's okay. I'm not gonna call y'all. But you gentlemen said Bungo Stray Dogs is better than Hunter x Hunter. Bomba, I know Carlil stands on that. Bomba, are you willing to stand on that? That Bungo Stray Dogs is better than Hunter x Hunter.
It's better than Hunter x Hunter. See, that's tough because I've watched both. such a
I
long
haven't
time
finished. Let
ago.
me put this out there. I haven't finished Bungo Stray Dogs. I'm on season 4. I've been introduced. The last thing I just saw is Asushi just got saved from falling from the sky casino. They just saved him from that, and they're in that pocket dimension. Their mission just failed because now the detective agency's been seen with the bad people, and the
Hmm.
whole reality is all messed up.
Okay.
Because if I'm
I
being
also
real
did
with
not
you,
finish it, but I believe I was at the beginning of the fifth season, if I'm correct. That's where I stopped at. However, like I said, both of them, I think the last time I watched Bungo Stray Dogs was like 2 years ago.
you didn't
And
even finish it.
I mean, shit, nigga, I didn't make no statements. Maybe I might have been like, okay, that's a point, but I don't know. I don't know. I think character wise, like I prefer the characters, a lot of the characters from Bungo Stray Dogs for sure. But
I don't even have Bungo Stray Dogs over Undead Unluck. I like Undead Unluck better than
no,
Bungo.
it's definitely better than Lux. Like as far as anime only, I don't know the mangas. Anime only is better than Luck.
I like Undead Unluck better.
And then Luck is fire. Like it really draws you in, but the story they haven't given us much, man. I prefer over Undead Luck.
Okay, I will say this. I will give you this. Un Bungo Stray Dogs is like One Piece. It does a really good job of giving their side characters backstories. I give it credit on that to build this story. I give it credit for that. But for me personally, the actual story of Bungo Stray Dogs is not that compelling to me. Like they're not, there's no goal. Like how One Piece, we're trying to see the One Piece. We're trying to see if Luffy becomes king of the pirates. There's no end goal or objective to Bungo Stray Dogs other than stop the bad guy. That's it.
Okay,
I was
but
about to say
how is that different?
every
I don't think that's the same thing.
No, no, so just like I said, in One Piece, we're waiting to see what is the One Piece. Will Luffy become Pirate King? We're waiting for things like that, bigger stuff. Bungo Stray Dogs is like, okay. Or like, okay, well, I'll even go Dragon Ball Z. You know I don't think Dragon Ball Z has a story, a good story. And this is gonna be a little bit of a stretch. And in Dragon Ball Z, we're at least like, okay, does Goku get to master Ultra Instinct? Uh does he reach the next level of Super Saiyan? And Bongo Stray Dogs, we're just like, oh shit, a new enemy's here. How they gonna stop him?
that's the same
That's
thing.
it.
That's the same thing you said about Dragon Ball Z.
No, I'm talking about the level of Goku, Super
But I
Saiyan.
feel like,
That's literally the same thing you said about Dragon Ball
Well,
Z.
then there you go. I said Dragon Ball Z don't have a good story, so here we go.
but I feel like you probably because at the end of the day, as far as like you mentioned transformation and stuff. They don't have certain things just because it's a different power system. But the story is similar to other animes, even One Piece, because at the end of the day, there is a bigger villain that's orchestrating a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they're not just gonna put it in your face all the time. Like we see them in season 2, we see them in season 4. You feel me? Like the guy that you kill him, he comes like he literally takes over your body or something, like turns you into a clone. So there's like a bigger picture and things that are brewing. It's One Piece that was the same thing. Emu was never in the picture till I don't know when. Like you feel me?
That's
We
fine.
never thought of Emu or the Gorosei.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you
One
always
Piece
thought like,
has
okay, he's just going island to island, just fighting people. That's convenient. Island to island to fighting people. As long as there's island, you're thinking that's what the story's gonna be until Emu pops up. But this is doing a better job of using placing it and planting it and showing you like, oh, hold on,
I think
what's going on?
I think and also whenever you say things like that, it disrespects the anime because you make blanket statements about the anime that you don't like to try to prove your point, i.e., You feel me? Like a lot of people regard Dragon Ball Z the GOAT, and you've been on record with saying that Dragon Ball Z is a drama anime, a blanket
Bro, I was
statement.
trolling.
You've been on record saying that Dragon Ball Z has the same story over and over again, like you're doing Bungo Stray Dogs, which it's not the same story over and over again. Bungo Stray Dogs, the
I didn't say
reason,
that.
what'd you say? Clarify
I
that.
said there's no like there's no big so like One Piece. We're trying to see. Okay, there's not more lore or more story to it other than enemy. We got to beat them. One Piece, we have to figure out what the first of all we got to figure out what the voice entry was. We're
So
starting to figure
wait,
that out now.
I'm
We
gonna,
got to
I'm gonna,
figure
I'm gonna,
out.
I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there because I didn't ask you about One Piece. I asked you about Bungo Stray Dogs. So you literally, I said that you said it's the same thing over and over again. You said no, I didn't, and then you literally just said it's a bad guy, beat him up. New bad guy comes, beat him up. Is that not the same thing over and over again?
So it's not the same thing as I compared it to Dragon Ball Z. When I said about Dragon Ball Z, I was like the Cybermen and the Cell Juniors are the same thing. I said the absorption thing that the absorption thing with Cell and the absorption thing with Boo, same thing. That's what I was saying.
So again, I just like I said, your statement was blanket because that's not what the you're trying to make that to prove your point, but it's wrong because that's not what it's about. You feel me? Like if that was just about what Bungo Stray Dogs is about, we wouldn't have the deep character arcs for each type of person. We wouldn't have had the backstory. Like our main character actually is has a goal that he's trying to reach. Has it been said open, but you can see it through the story and his character development. He's
What's his
trying to
goal?
he's trying to figure out what purpose he has in life because before he met Dazai, he was told that he had no purpose. He was told that he had no purpose. And you see himself in each season through each arc honing his skills, trying to find his purpose through this detective agency. And I'm not going to lie to you. As you know, his backstory is deep. They had a whole backstory on Dazai before he came to the
The detective
but
agency?
he came to the detective agency and how he was a part of the port mafia. Like I understand what you're saying based off, but what you're saying you can say about almost any anime. New bad guy shows up, the main character's got to beat them. You can say that with almost any anime, but you are only willing to tweak that reasoning for the animes you like. You feel me? Like you're not willing to look at Bungo Stray Dogs and says this actually does have a deeper story because you don't
Okay,
like it.
I'll put it like this, like Full Metal Alchemist. The main story was let's get our body back. And well, first it started off like how do we get our mom back? Then it's like okay, now how do we get our mom? How do we get our body back? But in between that, there is new enemy. We got to beat them. That's what drives the story along. But when your whole story is enemies here, we got to beat them. That's where I make you lose points.
I just told you that's not the whole story. I just gave you an example of how that's not the whole story.
What's up, Bomba?
So just like on top of what Carl said, I had to look up his name real quick because I had forgotten. But the person that I was telling you that they showed in the second season, like kind of teased him, showed a little bit of his power. It was Fyodor, and what Fyodor is looking for is the reality changing book. So almost like One Piece, where there's like a lore off of the One Piece, and then that's what everybody is gravitating towards. That's the same thing in the show too. The good guys are still looking for that. Like even though they're dealing with these smaller aspect, they're still looking for that to stop Fyodor. Fyodor is looking for that to change the world, the whole world.
That's a good point, Bomba. That's a good point. That is a good point. Because Fyodor was the only person that was looking for that. The one dude who could spend money was also looking for that, so he could bring his wife back to life. It's like looking for the Philosopher's Stone, I guess. Still don't think it's better than Hunter x Hunter. So let's get into it. Better main character. Asushi versus Gone Freaks. I believe so they both have great character development. I will say that. Uh I think so Asushi, his character development went from like self-loathing to being a functional member of the detective agency, trusting himself, trusting his abilities instead of pitting himself so much, think he's useless. He starts pulling his weight a little bit.
Hmm.
I think Gone's uh character development from this happy-go-lucky, I'm gonna be a hunter with my little fishing pole, to literally the pure definition of crash out at the end of the show. I enjoyed his character development through the show more than Atsushi, personally. And I think his feats showed a little bit more heart, personally. Not even a little bit. This man blew his own arm off. This man had lost an arm twice in the show. That man has lost an arm twice. So
So
that's my 2 cents on the main characters.
you're asking who the better main character is, though. That's the question, right?
Yes, better doesn't always mean stronger, doesn't always mean more
Yeah.
aura, more compelling to the story, for me at least, or has the more compelling story, or has the more interesting character development. To me, is how I wager main character to main character.
So I guess my question would be, what about Gon's character development is more interesting than Atsushi's?
I just said it.
Oh, the fact that he was happy-go-lucky, and then in a one moment he needed to be a crash out, he turned into a crash out.
Now one moment now.
And
This
then
man been slow was
when he came
slowly
back,
became a crash out.
and
Like
then when he came back on the camera after the big Chimera and arc, he was happy-go-lucky again.
the dichotomy of his personality. Like 1 second he could be all, you know, hi, I'm gone. And then the next, literally a murderous monstrosity. I enjoyed how that happened more
Uh,
personally.
um, I mean, if I have to pick, I would definitely pick Atsushi, and it's not because I hate Gon, which I am on record saying, but this is no bias. As far as character development, I feel like Gon's character development is very dry. Yes, he has moments where he crashes out, but as far as like if you're a main character and you're supposed to be defending your friends or you're trying to win a battle, you will have moments where you crash out. So I don't think that's a good reason to put him over a character that's layered in so many different ways. Somebody that actually has a hard story and has to basically fight this man started on as an orphan, was living on the streets before he was found by the detective agency. Throughout the story of Bungo Stray Dogs, he is trying to find the confidence to be better, to be stronger, because he was told all his life that he does not matter and he's not important. So you're taking again, when they found him, he wasn't a fighter. You feel me? He was very soft, and even in moments, there were big moments uh in the fights throughout the series where it was time for him to step up, and his softness overcame him to where he wasn't able to do what he needed to do. Even that aspect of his character coming into play in crucial moments just tells you how deep his character is. You feel me? It's like I don't is if we're talking about what Kenny said was important to him was like deep character development, then I can't see how he would pick going over Atsushi. Um, you're literally watching somebody that would have made throughout a series at the start, referring to him as a waste of space. He'd be better dead. He's no use to anybody. To slowly being accepted, being pushed, and gaining that confidence from the people around him, even of his biggest protagonist, his biggest rival, is pushing him to be better. And you're seeing sparks of him, and it's not happening all at once, but you're seeing sparks through arc, through different series of him just growing as a character, but still having things to learn. And there's no limit to it's not just his friends that are it's teaching him, but it's also his enemies as well. You know, I think the Atsushi's character arc is too deep for me to pick on. Like, Just because you crash out in moments of the show doesn't mean you have a deeper character arc. Doesn't mean you're a deeper character. Doesn't mean you're a more complex character.
It's not the mere fact that he crashed out. It's watching him go. It's the progress of watching him change, is what I'm saying. The
See,
progression
but
to
that's
that crash
the
out.
thing for me.
But it's
But
like we're talking about change, but you're seeing like changes. You're seeing temporary changes. I'm seeing a change in my character that's helping him later. That's going to help him later on in his life. Like I'm seeing constant growth and development. I'm seeing from what you're explaining about Gone. I'm seeing happy go lucky crash out moment. Happy go lucky selfish crash out moment. Happy go lucky crash out moment. I'm seeing I'm worthless. I'm not shit. Or no, I can do this. Oh wait, can I really? You feel me? I'm seeing different levels in his character. I'm seeing you're only explaining happy or crash out. That's literally
this
what you're
man's confident now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm watching somebody that was pushed out to the world that didn't even know he was a fucking tiger. Pushed out to the world, was told he'd be better dead, gaining confidence that he's never seen before. You feel me? I don't know.
It also doesn't make sense that he didn't know that he was a tiger, but I don't want to. Mamba, what's up? What you think?
So that's what I was gonna say because you said earlier that you just liked Gold's character development better, and I feel like that's fair. But if you're asking me which is better, Asunshi's is better. I just feel like Gold's. I always say this, like when we were talking about, you know, if I like Hunter x Hunter or not. I like the story of Hunter x Hunter, but Gold's character I don't really like as much because you were introduced as a very naive kid that's very clueless to the world. But however, as I'm watching the story, you just get selfisher and selfisher. Like this is a nigga that don't mind using his friends to achieve his goal. Like as long as you're alive, shit, fuck it. You feel me? There was no
How
really
did
like
he use his
effort.
friends to
Huh?
achieve his? How did he use his friends to achieve his goal? Can I get a specific instance of that? Because I hear this a lot. Like Gon likes to use his friends. When did he use anybody?
For example, versus what was the island again?
Greed Island.
Was it Great Island? I think it was
Greed
Great
Island was
Island
the
where they
video
played
game.
volleyball. Where they played volleyball at?
When they played volleyball. What arc was that?
I
That
think
wasn't a tower.
it was Great Island. It was Great Island, yeah. That's where they played volleyball. Hisoka was on the team. They had Killua gone, and they had one of Gin's friends, like one of the guys that Gin had recruited with the purple hair, and he was super swole,
Mm.
wearing the super tight clothes. You remember?
Yeah, so how did? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, you remember he had like throwing like what were they? They were playing dodgeball. That's what they were playing. They weren't playing volleyball. They were playing dodgeball, and he threw the fucking ball that, and then they couldn't stop it, so they had to use Hisoka and shit. However, when they needed to respond, they couldn't have enough strength. So what Gon was doing was he was using that Janken, and I was fucking up Killua's hands, and like it was like fucking up Killua's hands, and then people thought that like oh nobody could peep it. I don't know if it was Hisoka or whoever picked it up and was like yo we can't keep going on because look at his hands, and then Killua had purposely like kept his hand in his pocket. And then like they showed the hand, and the hand is all purple and like all fucked up. You feel me? And then
I do remember that.
yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, you can't keep doing this and shit." And Gon is like, "I knew." I like, nigga, what the fuck you mean? You do? Like, I don't know. Like, why can't you, for example, get Hisoka to hold it? People were like even suggesting it. Why can't you get Hisoka to hold it? No, I need Killua to do it. Like, the possibility that Hisoka can still hold it is there. He just feels like, oh, I can trust you more. No, they were just like, you're hurting him. Look at his hands.
It was training.
That's not training. You fucking up his hands
It was
on an
training.
island that you need. Like, you need keep him.
Why Killer ain't say something?
Because Killua's character. Killua is dependent on Gon, and literally that's why it's one of the selfish aspects I'm saying. Because as
So
the story grows up, as the story goes, Gon is getting colder. Killua is going from this cold, heartless assassin, and he starts like to develop this super crazy dependence on Gon. Like throughout
Facts.
all of it, from what arc I would say, from Greed Island till the end, you see it. There is a dependence that he has on Gon. Gon could say the meanest shit to Killua. Like it would just hurt him, but he would just be there. Like it's cool.
I
He's
mean,
trying to understand you.
even with that, especially in the Chimera arc, like Killua basically put off all his own emotions so Gon can get his revenge for Kite. You feel me? Like that's literally all he was thinking about was he needed revenge for Kite, and Killua was basically put off all his emotions about everything else, the situation that they were in, and things of that nature, and basically was like, okay, like what Gon needs is more important. I mean, like, how can we not call Gon selfish? Like the whole premise of the show, how it started, is selfish. Like, like like he wanted to become a hunter so he could chase after Jean, bro. Like that's literally it. It is his personal reasons, bro.
he can't want his dad. That's crazy.
That nigga
That
don't
man
want
left
you.
you, bro. It keeps leaving you as far as you chasing him. He's like, nah.
Okay, all right, fine. Y'all got it. So wait, Bomb, you saying Asuchi's a better main character?
Yeah.
Bomba, your prediction for game one is starting to come to fruition.
Hey man, momentum. I told you.
Yeah,
All right,
hey.
all right, all right. Side characters. I ain't gonna lie. Bungo Stray Dogs might have the better.
Definitely. If you're talking
Eh,
about overall, definitely.
every there's not one character in Bungo Stray Dogs that I do not like. And that
Whatever.
Kuda Kita's trash.
see,
You said what?
Kuda Kita is trash.
Because of his ability.
Dopo Port is trash.
is an
It's
ability
because
the
of his
only
ability.
thing that makes a character, bro.
Like, easy trash as a character.
Like, but the thing is, it's like again, I believe Kenny's wrong because I don't do think Dopo Poet is trash because of the versatility of it. But again, his question was who has the better side characters,
That's
and
what he did.
if he's gonna narrow it down to ability, then okay, narrow it. That didn't answer
What?
you. You contradicting your own question. Like the ability doesn't make the character.
What
That
are we
man,
doing?
that man. You think that man's trash, but because his ability. But what's his name? He's the next up for the leader of the detective agency.
But they said that it's not based off his abilities, it's based off of his
His character shouldn't be based off his ability. Exactly right, Kenny. Exactly right.
Good shit, Kenny. Appreciate
we all wait
the
a second.
argument.
We all know Daza is the one really carrying that organization on his back.
Nah, every single
Come
time that
on.
something happens to Kunakita, what happens? They don't mess around. They know how important that nigga is. Come on, bro.
Daza is carrying that organization on his back.
Doesn't mean he
Didn't
needs to be
Dazai
leader.
go away for a little while?
That's what I'm saying. Doesn't mean he needs to be leader, and Dazai has no. Dazai has. That's the. Nobody ever looked at Dazai and was like, he's the next leader.
Nobody, that nigga's suicidal, trying to die every day.
The leader of the Port Mafia looked at Daza and said he's the next leader.
To be the leader of the Port Mafia, not the detective agency. Lord have
Don't play
mercy.
with Kunakita, bro.
If you could be the leader of the Port Mafia, you could be the leader of the
Nope,
detective agency.
nope.
Come on. Okay, what other character do you know? What am I talking about?
Whose
Listen.
side characters are better? I feel like we
Okay,
can
side
Bungo-
characters are better than Bungo Stray Dogs. I'll give you that because it's like One Piece where the side characters got their own dedicated backstories.
They're all fire, bro. Like every single side character is fire. I think the only one that I might not like is the I can't think of his name right now, but Bomba, do you remember the rich blonde dude that they beat because he was about to run?
The dude that was leader of the guild leader.
Yeah, the guild leader. He basically I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it at first, but how his power works is cold. His strength is based off how much money he has, basically.
Oh,
And so, I can't remember if I think it is in 4. You said you stopped at 5. I think this is in 4. When
nah,
when his assist after, so this is when they got beat and his assistant went to like the was it the slums basically and found him like just chilling in the
I know
slums,
what you're
broke as
talking
hell.
about.
She is the only one I can question if I like her or not.
Cause
But
her ability don't work unless she gets orders, and
facts,
she needs this nigga.
she needs. Yeah. Other than that, bro, everybody's cold.
But you also hate her because of her abilities.
No, I don't hate him. I hate her.
He said you hate her because of her ability, though.
Yeah.
But you just scolded Kitty for the same thing. What the hell is wrong?
You said what?
You just
I
got
didn't-
mad at me when I said because I don't like Kunakita because his ability's trash.
I didn't. I got mad at you because you tried to base your argument off that, which your argument was overall side characters. I'm just making a clear statement that I don't like her because of her ability. She's too needy.
And I
That's
just said
it.
Kunakita's trash because of his ability.
But you tried to base it. That's why he was a bad side character.
Bomba, me and him saying the same thing.
I think he's just saying like separately. He just don't like her because of that. Not because of the segment that we
Right.
had on.
Yours was based off the argument. Mine isn't based on the argument.
All I'm saying is I don't like Kunakita specifically because his ability's trash.
Nigga, that's not
Nah,
what you said.
that's not how you
said he was a bad
presented it.
character.
Thanks. I
We wasn't here
understand.
with you.
I understand you trying to rope me in with you, but nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stay on this side.
I'm so confused, but all right. I will say I already admitted Bungo Stray Dogs has the better side characters for sure. The way
Well, what?
the way they build the side
Two
characters.
so far?
I was about to say the way this is going.
No. I'm still standing there going is better than Asushi. Y'all didn't persuade me.
I mean, you're outvoted, so
I mean, I was outvoted from the jump. Y'all both said Bungo Stray Dogs is better. Like what?
I said that and I doubled down on that. I will say Bomba never said that. He said that he can't make a
So it
decision.
looks like you helped me figure it out. 2 so far. Let's keep it going.
Okay, better fight scenes. Hunter x Hunter by a mile. By a mile. It's not even close. The combat is way better in Hunter x Hunter.
Is it the fight scene or is it the animation?
Hunter x Hunter is older than Bungo Stray Dogs. How the
Nah,
animation?
but then there's newer animation though. Like
Huh?
more budget in the animation. You feel me?
I don't even think Hunter x Hunter has crazy animation. The animation not even OD like that.
Miriam versus thing was OD.
That's because the fight itself is OD. That
Yeah, but
that fight
no,
could have took place in
yeah,
that fight could have
because
been
for example,
nah,
there's
bruh. That fight
there's
could have
a
happened in Yu Yu Hakusho and it
1999
still would have been better.
There's a 1999 version of it. That one, the choreography, crazy, but the animation, a little less.
That's fine. What I'm saying is that fight could have been in Yu Yu Hakusho and it still would have been better than any fight in Bungo Stray Dogs.
Ooh. And you fight. What was it when Fukushi first used his blade, Carlo? The fight that he first used his blade?
You said Fukushi?
Are you talking about
Oh, this is about the leader of the president of the
president
The dogs.
the hunting dogs?
I haven't seen that yet.
Kenny hasn't gotten to the hunting dogs yet.
I'm at the hunting dogs. I know who they are, but I haven't seen that what you're talking about specifically yet.
Wait, Kenny, where you stop?
Dazai and what's the dude? The what's his name?
Eudor?
Yeah, Viador and Dazai were just having a conversation about something. The last thing I saw was like I said, the little plan at the Sky Casino failed. That's the last thing I saw.
Okay.
But I think that fight with Fukushi, I feel like all the cards the niggas was pulling up, bro. Like that fight was very well choreographed. Like if it had like a higher budget animation.
I forgot something.
What?
I forgot something. Me and
What?
Carlo actually talked about this. That Mirror Room versus Netero fight
Uh-huh.
might be comparable to what's that dude from the Port Mafia that got the gravity?
Chuya.
Chewie when he fought that dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, see?
I forgot about that.
I'm saying Chuya versus the Dragon, all the fights.
I think you texted me after that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you
I said,
texted me for
I
that.
said there's no
But wait,
fucking way.
wait. When Chuya fought that dragon, wasn't that just Daza's ability? Because they had to remember they had stripped Daza of his ability and then turned into that dragon.
Wait, say that one more time. What do you mean?
So
That wasn't Dazai's ability. They had basically they were collecting. Remember, they had those things that were scrambled around the city, and they were collecting abilities from everybody. And that's why, if you remember, like without their powers, they had to basically kill their abilities to get their powers back. So that
they stole that from
dragon,
Bleach. They stole that from Bleach.
that dragon was a culmination of all the
They
abilities
stole it from
that they
Bleach.
took.
Yeah, they stole that. They stole that arc from Bleach. That was a full bring. That was literally the full bring arc.
Which one came out first? Let's see that.
Bleach definitely came out before Bungo Stray Dogs.
Manga wise?
I feel like it had to.
Let's just see. We never know.
The full bring arc was literally that you have to defeat your Bankai without your Bankai.
That's another reason why Bungo Stray Dogs is better than Hunter x Hunter, bro. It's like
Because it copied Bleach?
you have fights, you have emotion, you have the times where they have to be tactical and use their brains. Like,
Hunter x Hunter's the same thing.
no, there's no part in Hunter x Hunter where they get stuck in a book and have to find their way out based on the clues and shit like that. Like
Oh, because we don't got what's his name? The best detective in the world.
motherfucking
We
Rompo.
don't have a Rompo.
Hey man,
Come
I'm
on,
not.
why we gotta have a Rompo to compete?
As far as battles, this is the hardest one. I feel like
Gone versus the Bomber. Killua versus the Red Guard. I forgot his name. Got with Godspeed.
Yuppie.
Kurapika versus Uvo Game.
you mean was that a fight or was that just a?
Hey, that was a motherfucking fight, Nuggle.
I'm not
Hey,
gonna lie.
that fight. I remember Carlo first seeing that shit. This nigga called me at like 2 a.m. and said, "Why Kurapika do that to him?"
Like why he didn't have and this nigga brought a shovel. Like the nigga brought a shovel to a fight. Like I've never seen that in anime ever, bro.
See, I know how to show you, bring you something you ain't never seen.
I think I think the only reason Hunter x Hunter would get the edge is because of the Netero versus Miriam fight. If it wasn't because of that, I would give it to Bungo Stray Dogs.
I'm not
Because
doing this
even
shit.
even like Bungo Stray Dog, like he brought up the fight with the dragon. That's honestly,
That's the number one fight I done seen so far.
Also, Kenny, you might be right about the fight being copied from Bleach because the Fullbringer came out in 2010 and Bungo Stray Dog came out in 2016.
See, it's literally the same exact thing.
it's not.
It's-
But
What?
things can be similar in anime.
He said
bro.
what?
But
Bro, it's literally the same thing.
I am willing to give it to only because of the Netero versus Miriam fight. If it wasn't because of that, I'd give it to Bungo Stray Dogs.
Not even. What about going versus Pito?
What about it?
What you mean? What about it?
What about
Nah,
it?
that's actually crazy.
See, but thank you, Bumble.
I'm not giving. I'm not. That was a
That is actually
that
crazy.
nigga dog walked her. Was that even a fight? Like, like I'm thinking of actual fights. That wasn't even a
Has
fight.
to be a close fight for it to be a fight.
I'm saying because you got all the times that Atsushi. I'm saying you got the Atsushi versus Octagawa. You got the times where they had to fight together. You hadn't even got to season 5. All the scraps in season 5 is insane.
Let me
Like
see, I can tell you exactly
Even
what
before season
episode.
5, they fought together.
that's why I'm not even mentioning that. I'm just saying the fights overall in season 5.
Tell them stop jumping, niggas. Tell them
like-
fight 1v1.
like,
Tell them
it-
stop jumping.
It's insane. The
They also
flashback
do have 1v1 Skinny. Come on, nigga.
the flashback fights between with Dazai and Chuya when they was
I'm on
working
episode
together.
I'm on season 4, episode 50.
Hey, and also like after every fight, when Dazai has to chill, like calm down Chuya, when he will go berserk after the fights and shit.
What's so special about him having to
Facts.
calm down Chuya?
No, but I'm saying like it happened. Like you, for example, what was that creature? There was a creature that they had to fight. And right after, like, it was a
It
tight
was the dude
fight.
from it was the
Both
dude
guys
from
died
the
too, and then two
guild.
goes berserk.
It was the dude from the guild. He was like
That's
a. It was the one dude from the guild that nobody knew. He didn't have a special ability. He's like some type of mutant in the show.
Yeah.
They didn't explain what the hell he was. They just said he doesn't have an ability because Dazai couldn't cancel it.
Mhm.
He's just some type of thing, and he went to the bottom of the ocean once all the guild stuff was over. Nobody knows what or who he is for real.
when they first had to fight against Demon Snow. I'm not gonna lie to you, bruh. If it was, I promise you, if it wasn't for the only reason I'm giving it to Hunter x Hunter is because of Netero first
You see
Miro.
when they
That's
first
it.
had to fight against them, come on the
Yes.
train.
Yes. Like every fight that they had is so beautifully choreographed, dog. Like, yeah, dog. It's hard to say a one season anime had overall better fights than a 5 season anime, and five and counting. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, it's.
No, that train scene wasn't all that spectacular to me. But
I
if you like it,
mean,
you like
the
it.
the
I can't tell
anime
you what
was
to like.
the anime isn't all that spectacular for you, so you know I don't really care what you gotta say about that train scene.
I am going with Bungo Stray Dogs.
With better fights.
Yep.
Can
Because
you
at the end of the day, we
explain?
talk about overall. I'm going with overall.
Can,
Overall,
can you explain?
I just said it. I'm going with
No,
overall.
can
Like,
like what
yes, you
fights?
can.
What fights give it the
There
edge? Like, can
might
you
be an
add some
argument.
context?
Say one more time.
Like, what fights make it better? What fights give it the edge?
We literally just spent the last 5 minutes talking about all the good fights.
But you didn't talk
we
about none of the
did.
fights in Hunter x Hunter.
He
You said we didn't talk about any of the fights in Hunter x Hunter.
You didn't.
But I'm saying, like, the only, okay, for example, the only two good fights in terms of, like, all choreography and like just display, actually three good fights. I will put over four.
See how I
Put
know this
over.
T Ryan's what you think about the show?
But the thing is, I still stick by the argument of animation. Animation is
You gonna
delivering.
penalize one show for having a better budget?
You said what?
Never. Go ahead, Bob. I don't want to keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
But okay, first of all, you see the drawing style, the art style. Bungo Stray Dog has that very generic art style of anime. You feel me? Long body, whatever. You know, the animation is pretty classic. But what you call it? Gon versus P2, Netero versus Miriam, Gon versus the Bomber, and also what was that one I was thinking about? Yeah, Kurapika and Ubo Jean. I feel like animation helps a lot, obviously. You feel me? Them shits is fire. I can give it to them. Animation helps a lot. But I still feel like the most of the battles with Shuya in it, most of the battles with Fukushi in it, most of the battles that Dazai is involved, and even Atsushi. Like just Atsushi's just whole body and form is just there. Every single choreography, like consistently, they're better.
I'm not gonna lie to
So
you.
you're forgetting fights still. The
Even-
Zoldix versus Krollo.
That one was just okay. It was straight. I promise you, it was okay.
Hisoka
Like,
versus
who was
Gon
fighting?
in the tower.
Yeah, like you talking about when they jumped Chrono?
Yeah.
That just was okay. It was really just okay. It was a dragon swirl over here and a key blast. Like, what's up? It was just straight. This nigga just kept waving the fucking. I can do that.
even the flat what's the name, the fights that they remember. I can't think of his friend's name, but remember when Dazai was still in Port Mafia and dude with the red hair, he eventually ended up dying.
Yeah, the one.
But
That's the one that you texted me. And was pissed about.
Yes, I was pissed because I'm
That's
like,
the one that started the conversation.
because I thought they were bringing him up because he was coming back like in the future. Nah, that nigga's 6 feet under.
Nope.
But everything,
Nope.
all the fights that he was involved.
Wait, did I not see that part yet? Are y'all talking about something I haven't seen yet?
Nah, you watched the movie?
You said dude with the red hair?
Yeah,
Dead Apple.
Dead Apple.
It's in the flashback.
You said he has red hair?
Mm-hmm.
How'd he die?
How did he die?
I
Did
can't
he?
remember. I'm pretty sure they just
Oh,
brought
the
it
dude
up,
that can
like-
see in the future.
Yeah. Oh, and then the fight that yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Bungo got it.
You talking about when he was fighting other dudes that can see in the future?
Yes, Bungo Stray Dogs got that. Cause wait, Mama, cause I keep saying Netero versus Miriam, but you do have to think about overall. Overall, all of those fights,
Consistently throughout the seasons.
it's very consistent, and the choreography is amazing. Like, yeah, dog, I got it,
And
bro.
think about somebody like a nigga like Dazai. For a nigga like Dazai to be relevant in the fight with his ability, you got to be a hella calculated because your ability is useless until you can make contact. How the
Exactly.
fuck you do that? And
And,
this
and
nigga can't be healed. There's no plot armor that's coming to save him. His ability. Every other nigga can be saved over there.
that nigga was
Calculated. These niggas are different.
that nigga was so shook when he fought against that nigga with the same ability. He was like, okay, I'm gonna step to the right, shot. I'm gonna step to the left, shot. Like this. Yeah, Kenny, I'm not gonna lie to you. Bungo got it. Bungo got it. And even the mental fights too, like Dazai and Fyodor constantly are doing mental chess with each other. That's a fight in
I'm
itself.
saying, bro.
So you
Asushi
like
and
watching
Akutagawa
Light
versus
versus L.
Francis.
You said
Dazai
the what?
versus
You
Chuya.
like watching Light versus L. That's all
Nah, but
Dazai and
actually
Fyodor is.
imagine
Nah, they
Light is
on.
actually smart. You feel
And
me?
right now, Dazai getting his ass kicked by Fyodor. Right now, at least.
Because
I'm
that
saying
nigga's OD.
I'm saying you compared it to Light versus L. This is on a whole different level. Oh Lord.
Do you know how OD Theodore is, Kenny?
I'm watching it right now. Yeah, I do.
Like in terms of like this is like sometimes there are like characters in anime, their powers is like hard to scale. Cause what the fuck you mean you kill him? That's how like you activate his ability. You kill this nigga, you become a clone of this nigga. I'm like, what's going on?
Wait, huh? I don't think I've gotten to the part that you're talking about right now.
What's going on with him?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw what you're talking about yet.
All I'm hearing is Bungo Stray Dogs 3-0. All I'm here is Bungo 3-0. Cause you have to give one thing I will always give Hunter x Hunter is Netero versus Miron. That's a top fight in anime overall. But overall fights, Bungo Stray Dogs got it, bro.
I think we all just need to do a group rewatch of Hunter x Hunter. I feel like
A
it's been
group
too long
rewatch.
since
You
we
know, I've
watched
considered
it.
it many times, but like it's just hard to get through like the bitch era of Grown. You feel me? And that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and watch the older
I'm
Hunter
not
x Hunter.
hearing that.
But no, I promise you, do me a favor, Kenny. After you get off this live stream today, go on YouTube, look up Hunter x Hunter 1999, I think, and watch the sequence between Gon and the ninja. If you thought that the ninja was whooping Gon's ass in the
New
new
animation.
animation, he is bitching that nigga. Like the
He's a
perspective is
child,
amazing.
untrained.
Bamba, I've seen that video. Why do you think I always have the same comments? Because
He is an untrained
I've seen the
child.
old animation.
Why I want a 10-year-old to be able to beat up a trained ninja? Like what?
I understand that, but this is my thing. This is my thing, Kenny. The ninja is telling you, give up. I don't want to kill you. Knocked
And
him
did he
out.
do it?
Wait.
Did he give
Knocked
up?
him out. Woke him up. Knocked him out again. Woke him up. Made this nigga blind for like 30 seconds or so. Woke him up. Fucking disturbed his earring. Woke
Why
him
are we
up.
not
And then was
focusing
like,
on the fact
I
that
don't
he
want to
endured
kill
all
him.
that?
Knocked his ass out and then say, I give up. Like, why you not? You won while you was knocked out. Who wins while you KO'd? Who wins? Who does that?
He's and he
You
endured a
won
lot.
by KO, but you were the one that was KO'd. Like what? He won by knockout.
Did he really endure it if he got knocked out?
Wait. If we really think about it, Luffy did the same thing.
With
And
what?
He turned into Gear 5 because Kaido beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, but everybody talks about. Alistair told you that was like it's an escape, but I guess hey, That's how their power works.
And
That's what I'm
then
saying. It's the same thing.
it's not the same thing because what did you say? He woke up in Gear 5 and basically beat the fuck out of Kaido. Gon woke up and got a hunter license.
That man woke up in the hospital with a hunter license.
He was a
He wasn't
child.
even in
Hey.
the arena, bro.
Okay, anyway. So y'all get it. Bungo Stray Dogs 3-0. Do they get the sweep?
Oh, that's a sweep. Okay, hey, there we go.
No, I think I got one more topic. I got one more, I guess, point of analysis. Carl, I don't like the sinister smile you got on your face.
Nah, this is comedy.
Who has the better villains?
Wrap this up.
Actually, you answered it. You remember how you just said, like, oh, the story just has a villain for you to just go and defeat? That's actually a Hunter. Because I know like the journey is going and finding his dad, but what's the end goal? You found your dad. What's Gon's end goal? And then all
He's
of a sudden
not even the main character no more after that. Like, that Hunter is the one show that like shifts the main character.
That what?
That shifts the main character. Like Gon's not even the main character no more, is what I've been told.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a cheap bailout because you ran with the story for a while. What's the goal? Okay, what's Kurapika's goal?
To avenge his clan.
Again, who was he avenging his clan against?
The spiders.
Where are the spiders?
They around.
How many times did he run into the spiders?
Like twice.
How many times did he have the opportunity to fight the spiders?
Not that many times.
So why is this still a story?
Because we shifting the story to him now. He gonna find the spiders more.
Get out of here.
Wait, Kurapika's the main character now?
Because you don't have a story no more. Niggas was like, oh, baby, we gonna find a way to bring Gon's power back. Where's Gon at? Do we even know if he ever gonna come back?
His power's gonna come back because he's going to the Dark Continent with his dad.
Last time I saw him, he was in a nest with some birds.
He going to the dark. And he's about to go to the Dark Continent with his pappy.
Is he with his dad in the Dark Continent right now, Kitty?
I don't know. I didn't read the manga.
Okay, he's not. I'm telling you.
What is he doing?
What the hell?
Hey, no. What is this man doing? Why is he not the Dark Continent yet?
That nigga's still in that nest.
He is not. He's just not in the story.
In the manga at all?
Like we've seen it a few times, but we haven't seen it in a minute. The manga just came back, Kitty.
So and Gon ain't did shit.
That man really not the main character of his whole show anymore.
They just been showing a random family. Like there's a villain family that they've been introducing now.
y'all, this nigga tried to argue me for years that this man's one of the best main characters.
Hey, is he the main character? I don't even know.
Akame more of a main character than Gon. That's crazy.
Cap, she didn't become the main character till literally the last episode.
Became a character. This nigga hypothetically vanished.
Look, at least the show is called Akame got killed. It's not Gon x Gon.
Should have been called Top to Me.
He is the X in the X Hunter. He's just disappeared. Cause that nigga out.
Okay, fine. Bungo Stray Dogs wins. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one question that's unrelated to the topic, but it's on about Bungo Stray Dogs.
Okay.
Where does Dazar rank in amongst of like anime geniuses?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Without spoiling season 5 for me, please.
That's a good question. Without spoiling season 5, he's from all the anime that I've seen. Without spoiling season 5, he has a argument for top 5.
For top 5?
He has an argument. I'm not saying he's top 5, but I'm saying you can debate it.
From the shows I've seen, he might be number 1.
If you think he's number 1 now,
he's smarter than Shikamaru. He's smarter than Light Yagami.
Shikamaru. Fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to like anime geniuses, who do we really think about other than Light Yagami, Shikamaru?
I'm thinking of like the big
that
dogs,
nigga, that nigga from Code Geass.
or Lelouch.
Lelouch. I
Yeah.
tried to watch Code Geass, but I hate mech animes, so I couldn't really. I watched it
actually
for a
want to
little bit.
I want to get into it because I'm sorry. I saw like a little explanation of why like people like him so much, and I'm actually like, okay, I might want to just. I've tried it so many times, I just can't get into it. But
Yeah, I
I want
couldn't.
to see just the ending and the whole story.
But when it comes to like anime geniuses, who all do we even consider for real?
When I'm thinking of Dazai, the only people that I really can put him next to are like the big plot that were like the super geniuses. But the difference for him with the other people is that, like I was just saying, like his power comes with a big disadvantage. One, I have to make contact with you to negate your power. You feel me? So I feel like for him, how he figures out a way to manage to get that in most of his fights, and the drawback from him not being able to get assist, like how other people might be able to get a buff or like get healed, he can't get none of that because of his ability. I I want to put him above like the Ises, the Urahara, but I feel like it's a conversation because those people are also way up there.
Aizen and Urahara.
Especially like Urahara,
You gonna mention Aizen Urahara and not mention the GOAT, not mention
Mayuri.
Mayuri?
I know, but like now it's becoming clear that Urahara is ahead of Mayuri.
Mayuri's scientifically smart, but he's not strategy
Does
smart.
does that not make you smart though? Like,
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying like there's a big gap. That's why I just say the big dog. I said the big dog. I said,
no, I'm saying the question was always like who's smart. Like I didn't know we were supposed to choose strategists over.
On that case, you gotta put Dr. Stone in there. I ain't never seen it, but I know that man's OD.
I mean, yes, like we were. The question was.
My thing is, yeah, no, I'm gonna give you. I can't even argue it. Dr. Stone is up there. Can't even argue it. The man brought back civilization.
Shit, Bulma.
Bulma too, yeah.
She built a fucking time machine.
We were agreeing with you.
Yes, but
Okay.
they nerfed her genius.
You said who?
Bulma is a genius, but they nerfed her genius. Like compared to how they were showcasing her invention in Dragon Ball, in Super, when you get to like Dragon Ball Z and then later on Super, it's like a lot of her inventions don't exist. And then like she's just remaking it. But like in Dragon Ball, especially like when you're going in her lab, her invention and her dad's invention.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's nerfed. I feel like it's just not dumbed down isn't the word too. It's basically they took a spotlight off of it, basically.
Yeah.
Would you consider Frankie a genius?
Yeah. Frankie's a genius. If you can invent shit, you're a genius, bro.
You say if you can't invent shit, you're a genius?
Yeah, this man made a whole robot. The Sunny and General Frankie.
Yeah.
Shit, Chopper's a genius.
Yes.
Mavis.
Who's Mavis?
Oh yeah.
First
Guildmaster Mavis.
Yeah. Hey man, geniuses can get trumped by love too.
You know I want to say something.
And geniuses can get trumped by love.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, shout out Big Juice 33 for sending the GOAT.
Hey.
Yeah, shout out Big Juice.
Appreciate. Mao, what the fuck? This girl,
Mao is a genius.
The way that she has been able to take her knowledge of just being an apothecary back home to solving the crimes and the mysteries that she been solving. She saved this nigga. Bro, what is his fucking name? She saved, huh?
Genji?
Yes, she saved this nigga. Figured out that this nigga was about to get crushed by a log, and she ran and saved.
I mean, not, but to me, the coldest is the first season still.
Yeah.
Versus like the concubine, the one that was being poisoned with the makeup.
Facts.
Like the way she locked in her serious demeanor. Oh yeah, I was like, I'm in.
Hey, she smacked the shit out that one caretaker.
Have y'all watched the second season at all?
Down.
Let me
You said
see.
what?
I can tell if I watched it.
I'm saying I don't want to spoil it, but there's a amazing feat that she has early in the second season that nobody in in the um in the palace has been able to do it until she did it.
Hey man, tell us.
So basically, there's this there's this there's this shrine. There's this shrine that's as old as the palace. You feel me? Like it's been there for years, and
Uh-huh.
basically she has to figure out a way to get through it because it was meant for I think one of the former emperors to figure out, but he was never able to figure it out. So it was basically up to her to figure it out, and she basically had to put. She went through it once. I only had to go through it once, and then she asked. She was like, "Okay, can I go through it now?" And so she ended up going through it, and she was able to decipher things that nobody else would have been able to decipher. But just because it's hard to explain. Y'all just gotta watch it, bro. Like she
Is it like text or is it like more so to do with poison still?
say that again.
Like the thing that she had to decide on. Is it like a text or is it more so to do with poison?
It's not. It's a whole like basically the old emperor was left a clue to figure out like she has to get through a whole shrine. Like the shrine is
Oh,
the
I got you. I got you.
it's like a big chessboard slash maze. Like she has to get through this whole shrine to get to something that I guess it was the mother of the one of the former emperors that she wanted him to see, but he never got the chance to see. And people have been tasked to try to get through it, and nobody's ever been able to get through it.
Okay.
I don't know why in my head, mind you, I said this in my head. The Elusive Samurai, Kingdom, and Apothecary Diaries all in the same universe.
The style. It's the style.
I can't help but think about it like that.
it's the feudal
Because aren't they
China.
supposed to be like in like it's supposed to be like Chinese, I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, that's what I think is like what feud. I always say like feudal Japan, but I'm saying
That's
like
what I was thinking.
yeah.
But I think like people be saying like more so feudal China. I
Yeah,
just don't know
yeah.
if that's a thing.
I'm
I think I
saying
like that style. I think I just like that. Like, because all the feudal China, feudal Japan animes, I like them.
I'm
They
saying
cold.
Elusive Samurai and Apothecary Diaries crossover would be fire.
It
You'll
would.
like Kingdom 2 when you see it. Trust me.
Carlo,
It's just
you would fuck with
the
Kingdom. You just
beginning.
get past the first 5 episodes.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out things to watch, and Kingdom came up on, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. I just feel like I just feel like the universe is trying to make me watch it, and
What's the MC's name? Shin? Shin he's a
Shin is
dog.
when we talk about like them animes that's just some like a dog. That boy Shin is a dog.
That shit like when the nigga gave him the spear and then that shit was too heavy. I'm like,
The
nah,
poleaxe.
he's meant to be something, bro. He meant to be something big. I'm excited.
I know when like things get to their like climax, like when he's like who's supposed to, he's gonna be able to use all the weapons he's collecting, and it's gonna be cold. I can't wait.
climax like Usher.
You said what?
Nothing, my fault. You reach the
Oh my god.
climax
All right.
together. No,
Anyway, that's a Carla Watch Kingdom. I feel like all the suggestions me and Baba give you have always been fire. We told you to watch Undead Unluck.
you told me to
Told you
watch Hunter x Hunter.
and it was fire.
No, it wasn't.
We told you to
No.
watch Undead Unluck. We told you to watch what's it called? The Lucifer
Y'all,
Summer.
y'all told me to watch Elusive Samurai, and I think y'all put me on Windbreakers too, which season 2 is out.
So fun fact, I have not watched a single episode of Windbreaker yet, the new season. I haven't
Oh,
watched a
new
single
season.
episode of Fire Force, the new season.
Haven't watched that
I
either.
didn't watch the new season, but I know the manga. But you should watch the new season of Fire Force because you were
I wanna
specifically
binge it.
asking about all the Soul Eater shit.
I want to binge it. Cause from the first season
You're not going to trust me because you know about Bancho Man. When Bancho Man is gonna happen, it's gonna happen quick. And then you're gonna be pissed because you're not gonna be able to dodge the spoilers. Trust me. And then Archer is going. Trust me, you're not gonna be able to dodge the spoilers.
But I'm gonna just scroll past it. Whenever I see something, just scroll right past. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna scroll past it.
Trust me. All right.
But what I'm saying is, I want to be able to binge Fire Force And I still don't understand from what we've seen so far from Fire Force. I don't see the connection to Soul Eater at all. This doesn't make sense. Like
It's
the,
happening
the
quick. The moon
universes
is
are
already happening,
just
right?
so different.
Right, Carla?
You said what?
I said the moon has already happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's happening quick.
Oh well, like I said, the universes are just so different. But that I don't want to drag this out any longer. That's all I got for the anime segment. I guess Bungo Stray Dogs is better than Hunter x Hunter, I guess.
It is.
But like,
Hey, I
share,
like how I
subscribe.
predicted the segment too.
Fuck you. You ain't Dazai, bitch. This is the anime segment. Like, share, subscribe, follow, turn those notification bells on. Send us to all your family, your friends. Most importantly, send us to your grandma before I show her my Bungo Stray Dog. And we out it.